I didn't plan to be an artist from an early age. You know, I came to art later in my 20s. Before I started painting, I was a museum guide. I was doing art history. And I wasn't a painter, but I think the beginning is really rooted there. This is when my true passion for art started. I don't know, there's something in portraiture that always attracted me. And I like working with people. You know, being an artist is quite a lonely, solitary pastime where you're sitting alone in your studio for days and days without seeing anyone. I think portrait painting brings a lot of social interaction into my life, and it brings a lot of meaning into my work. And I like portraiture. I like to study the character and the emotions of people and try to capture the personality in my work. That is the most fascinating part. In the past, when I didn't have that many commissions, I still painted people. I asked people to sit for me. And I've always had this passion for portraiture, and regardless of whether I get a paycheck at the end or not, I still want to paint people, and I still wanted to do the old master's technique. The challenge of designing a composition and capturing the essence of the person always remains the same. You know, no matter how much experience you have, each new person is a new challenge, and you have to solve it. And it's great. I'm really enjoying it. I practice two different techniques. One is the traditional oil on canvas, and the technique I used for drawings was inspired by the Renaissance three-color technique. I was really intrigued by how Renaissance artists could use chalk in three different colors, black, red and white, on toned paper, just that combination of colors, and they could create really convincing skin tones. I added a lot of my own elements to that technique. I introduced a second red color, and I started combining those three colors with pastels for drawing clothes and props and accessories in my portraits. And it evolved in my own technique that a lot of people ask me about it, and they're quite unexpectedly for me, this technique has become associated with my name, and it's like my signature technique. I do my oil paintings in the so-called Flemish technique. It's a multi-layer painting approach. When you go to museums and you look at Dutch and Flemish art, a lot of those realistic effects, they can only be achieved in the multi-layer approach. You cannot do it in the modern direct painting way. Oil is the king of portraiture, you know, it's the most traditional medium, but pastel has a different effect. It has a softness and delicacy to it that a lot of people like. The artworks that you see here are all commissioned portraits. They're a variety of private commissions, children and adults. And you can see examples of my institutional portraits. Those institutions have a tradition to commission portraits of certain people, and they find that my technique is very well suited for painting ceremonial wear. I would say probably 80% of commission inquiries I receive are for children's portraits. So people have decided they want me to paint children, because when I was starting, I didn't decide I want to be a children's portrait painter. You know, it just evolved naturally. I love the contemporary gallery. I think it's perfect for my work. You know, a lot of modern art galleries are plain white, and I think my works are best displayed in a traditional interior like we see here, with the fireplace, with the coving, so you can see a portrait and imagine how it's going to look in your home. I think this is brilliant. The moment I saw this space, I thought I want to exhibit here. The main purpose of having such a large solo exhibition and borrowing the portraits is to give people an opportunity to see artworks that are normally hidden in private collections. And I think it's important to bring the originals out and let people come and enjoy them. People look at my works on the phone screens and say, oh, it looks just like a photo. But when they come and see the original, they see the brush marks, they see the pencil strokes, and they appreciate it on a completely different level. And it's important to see art in the original. I firmly believe in that. And I also want to to inspire people. There are a lot of artists who come and look, and they realize that you can practice old masters techniques. And people still appreciate beauty, people still appreciate skill and the craft side of the art. There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of artists find it motivating and inspiring to see that somebody can have a career practicing old masters techniques.